In case you haven't watched the video on death, I highly recommend you go watch it. Before or after this video doesn't matter, but it's one of the toughest videos I've made throughout the year, and it is something that is very heavy, and it's gonna give you some perspective, or if you already have some perspective, it's gonna change it. So this particular video is about astrology, numerology, and horoscopes and tarot. Big disclaimer, I am not an expert by any means in any of these practices. So I have been following these, and by following, I mean I am a consumer. I've been absorbing these, I've been using these to get some advice in my life, and I am not making this video to talk ill about any of these practices. It's just my take, and it is coming after one exact year of following these practices. So everything I say is my personal view, so take it in that manner, and I'll just get started with the video now. Where's this coming from? Why I asked you to watch that video on death is because I lost somebody in my circle, and the astrologer told them that you have to pass on, bear this pain and these circumstances until the end of April 2022, and after that things are gonna get better for you. We are sitting on 15th May right now, and the man is no more. The man is gone. While we were waiting that things are gonna get better, things don't work that way. Things don't get better, get okay, get fine in a span of second. It takes time. I'm sure there's a higher practice, there's a higher universe operating, and there are different points of time in everybody's life. Things change, things are sometimes bad, things are sometimes good, and when they talk about being in the right place and the right time, I totally, like 100%, I believe in that idea. It has happened to me personally. But and this is the video where I will highlight how I failed to make the most of these practices, is because I was relying solely on what was being told to me. And I don't blame a person. I have been using a lot of apps as well. There are more than 5 apps on my phone, and they give you a daily horoscope, they give you a weekly analysis, they give you a yearly analysis, they tell you about your personality and all of that stuff. And the self-awareness that I have, I think they're 80% right, and the 20% can be debatable. Maybe I don't know I have those qualities or not, or maybe I just don't want to accept the 20% because it's scary. So the mistake that I did in the last 1 year, I know it's been a spiritual year for me, and the mistake I did was that I stopped taking action. I was relying solely on what was coming up on my phone, and while I spoke to one of the astrologers, again the common astrologer, who told that man that after April you're gonna do good, they warned me about something. Maybe warned is a very heavy word, but they told me something that this is not gonna be very good for you. So I stopped making efforts towards that goal, and trust me, that is one goal that was on the top of my head, of my list during the entire 2021. That day and this day, I haven't worked upon that goal just because they told me not to. And there's this thing in numerology where we add up the birth numbers, and we we boil it out to one single digit number: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. If you do the calculation, for me it's 8. You just add your birth date, birth month, birth year, and you add it up and bring it out to one digit, a single digit. And if it's like 18, you make it 1 plus 8, so it comes a 9. Interestingly, Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk, if you add their numbers, they all come out to 0. So I definitely um, agree with the concept that it's no coincidence that these three people, if you add their birth numbers, yeah, it comes out as a 0. The thing is, do you think Elon Musk consults an astrologer? Another point in all of these practices: how much weightage do you give? I started giving 100% weightage. They asked me to wear white, yellow, or orange, the colors of the sun. I started wearing white. They asked me to wear something silver jewelry. I started wearing this chain. It's a silver chain. If you talk about white, whatever connotations we have with colors, that whites are positive, they attract prosperity, wealth, and everything. They are associated with the planet Venus. Agreed. With the planet Moon. Agreed. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and I think 95% of the founders, when they have a keynote speech, when they are launching a product, or even in their everyday life, they wear black. They think we don't want to spend time on going through colors. What are we gonna wear for the day? So we just pick up black t-shirt and blue denims, and we just go about our day. And imagine, you might know the story about Elon Musk when he said, I launched the SpaceX rockets 3 times before they failed, and the 4th time it was a success. And all of that money was not even his. He had to borrow money. He took proceeds from PayPal and all of those other companies, put it into SpaceX. He didn't even have money to pay the rent. This is his story. Imagine Elon Musk being told that you're gonna face failures in life, there's gonna be a divorce, and all of these people, even Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, have gone through a divorce. Imagine these people being told that you're gonna be going through a divorce, so you need to be careful, you need to follow some practices, you need to go to the particular temples, you need to offer prayers, you need to offer money, you need to donate clothes, because you have a certain retrograde or dosh in simple words in your horoscope kundli, whatever. I don't think those people would be anywhere near to where they are right now. I was told that abroad is not for you. It's gonna involve a lot of expenses, and I think it was something, a lot of legal trouble, something they told me. But expenses are a given, right? If my horoscope says I have to incur a lot of expenses, be it in terms of some medical advice, some legal advice, or anything, I'm going to do that no matter where I am in the world. Being in India, I will have to do that if that thing stands true. And taking it from a logical perspective, going abroad requires money. It's simple math. You need money for the tickets, for the visa, for the consultation, for your stay, for your food, everything. Formalities require money, right? So, and I think I wasted a lot of time thinking that my time is not right now. So there's no point in taking action. When my time is right, things will happen automatically for me. I actually took my thinking process and delegated it to a practice or a person, and that was inaction on my part, and I'm not very proud about that right now. I wasted a lot of time. I shouldn't have done this in the first place, but it's okay. You learn from your experiences, and one thing that disturbs me, bothers me a lot with practices like this spiritual consultancy, career counseling, or psychology is that people are there to make quick buck out of you. I'll make another video on this. It's in detail. It will be about mentorship. Just touching upon it here. So you need to understand you're playing with somebody's life. You're not a doctor, but you're playing with somebody's life. The man's gone. The man's gone. So I think with your hard work and with presence of mind and faith in God, even if your planets are retrograde, even if there is some dosh in your life, rather than donating money, you can go visit a temple or an NGO, or just step out on the road. You can feed people, you can serve them food, you can serve them some cold beverages. It's scorching 45 degrees plus right now. You can go visit the Gurdwara or the temple, and you can do the Joda Seva, and you can do good deeds in this life, right? Right now, I think I'm doing a good deed by informing people that this is what I went through. So you can go through it if you want, by all means. I can't stop you, but go with this perspective that if things are not working fine, I will pull out. I will not waste or spend more time than it's needed. And you can do good deeds in the present, right? Be nice to people. Know that everyone's trying to put food on the table. Be nice to the people who are coming to your home for repairs or for some installation. Your servants, your maids. Be nice to your colleagues, to your peers, and understand that everybody is going through something. So it's not who they are, it's what their circumstances have made them. And I think it's not something that's set in stone. You're not born with a kismat or a fortune or something. I'm sure some things are there, but it's not set in stone that Jasmeet Singh's net worth will be XYZ dollars by the age of 35. And even if it's there, will I amass that wealth just by sitting here and making a video? No, I have to work for it. And there's no guarantee that I amass that amount of wealth if I work, if I do it at all. And even if I do, it's gonna be short or more than what that amount is. So it's not set in stone. And the Bani, Japji Sahib, it says, Sabna likhya Wudi Kalam. Whatever God has planned for you, it's not written once and the chapter is closed. No. The pen with which the God is writing, it's overflowing. You do good deeds, maybe you receive it sooner, or maybe you receive it in a much larger quantity. but you can change your life. You can actually influence uh, the kind of life that you want right now. It starts from your mindset. And uh, I love this quote about taking action. It says that action is the antidote to fear, and being fearless is not about the mindset. It's more about having the courage to take action even if you're fearful, even in the presence of fear. And I have personally experienced this, that I set out for one thing, that doesn't happen, but that leads me to something else. This is what I want, this is what the God or the universe wants, or what is needed at that moment. There was one instance. I was in the Delhi metro. I was out there to visit a mall all by myself, and those were the COVID times. Like, the lockdowns had just opened up, so I was feeling the heat of that mental sickness. I was headed to the mall. I saw somebody from an NGO. We started talking, and they told me they're going to that NGO. I asked them, can I come? They said yes. I went to the NGO and I served food and whatever. By taking some amount of action, by just being out there, I think you will eventually get to somewhere. But if you just sit at home, you keep consulting one person after the other, it won't help you. It can give you a compass, it can give you a direction of how good or bad your planets are, of your qualities, your strengths, your weaknesses. But eventually, even if you are blessed, you still have to take action. That's the only point I want to drive home. Consult whoever you want to, check their credentials. If things don't feel good, pull out right away, no matter how much money you've spent, and keep taking action. And spend some time with yourself, do introspection. You know the drill. Talk to yourself on a daily basis, especially the weekend. Talk to yourself. Thank you, love you, take care, bye.